Well, I try staying away from her. Yeah, she's a person who's a keener. I am not, right? So I try stay away from her. It was a journey, just thinking about it. Can't sleep at nights. What am I getting myself into?
You started.
I started first.
Yeah.
Yes, she was the one that told me to go and do it. I said, yeah, right. But.
Yeah. And supported him through it, and I started looking at, like, once he started classes, I started looking at his assignments and stuff like that, and I started reading the books, right? I started reading the textbooks, and I thought, oh, I could do this too, and so that's how I started.
Yeah, and she understood it more than me. I mean, I'm in the class and she's at home, but she read my books.
Yeah, and I read the text and edit his assignments. I love the course. It's very, very valuable. And I would say the place where my starting point is not where I am right now. I would say the difference is my mind has been open intellectually as well as spiritually.
And more mature in knowing the gospel, knowing the word. Yes, worldviews different. Started looking at different worldviews from the one I had and from what the other churches might have. But now I started knowing the history. How did this thing develop? How did they say these things? Why did they say it? And how it impact the writers. And then, because someone might say, I look to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord. But what were they doing at that time? They were going through the mountains where they could be ambushed. Now, as a lay person, we just say, oh yes, we're going through, they don't know that they're going through a mountain and so forth. But
so the backdrop, you're getting the history
I'm getting
behind.
the history why that Psalms was written. And it opened our minds to a lot of stuff that we took for granted. Yes.
And I think too, what's great is that it's such a mixed group of students. And so it's really, you learn about different cultures too. And I think that's one of the great things about ABC. It's really connecting with other individuals who we would not have the opportunity to connect with and to create long-term relationships. And I think that's amazing.
We work together as a team.
Yeah.
We work together as a team, and and things that she doesn't know or I don't know, we just feed on each other and so on. But I do more feeding on, she, because, I deem her as being smarter than I am, right? I mean, she's my wife, all right? So if I don't say that, I know what's going to happen. so
That's funny.
Yeah.
But, I think we had a few classes together too, and that was really unique because we did our assignments together, read the text together, right? And go, okay, it's time to get our assignments done. Let's, block some time off that we can sit down together and work through our assignments, right? And what it does, it's really bringing us closer together too, right? And just hearing each other, how do you view this question, right? So it's getting his perspective with my perspective. That makes it really unique. Yeah, and I think the other thing too is that we do ministry together, and so we are ordained pastors as well.
And we feed off each other.
And it started when 2016, right? I started year 2016, registered 2015 December, started 2016. And then January 2016, then we were ordained October 2016. And so we oversee the pastoral aspect for our church. And so, that's another unique thing too that brings us together to work together, pray together, work together. When there's a phone call comes in, this person just called, I think we need to go visit this person. There's a death in the family, or somebody's sick and we need to visit them at the hospital, we go together. Number one, I would say he comes to mind, right? He's the first person that I would thank, because when I do my assignments, he edits them, and that's such a great thing to do, right? Because he can look and go, oh, you missed this piece, you need to add this piece, and I would say vice versa. It's the same thing I've done with him.
It's the same thing,
right?
yes.
So he's the first person I would thank. Then I would thank my son as well, because he does do some of the edits as well. In terms of friends, I have a few other individuals that I would really thank too, because they have supported us, they have prayed for us, you know, they have journeyed with us. In looking at it from the perspective of Alberta Bible College, I would thank Sandra. She's the first person I had, the first class, and that has really impacted me, because we looked at what are your giftings, where would your giftings take you. So that was a great class to start with, right? I would thank Steve as well. I mean, Steve
Mack, yes,
he's amazing. He's such an amazing instructor. Very, very amazing. What he teaches is so clear.
And it's fun to learn.
Marnie too.
Yeah.
Marnie is, like, there's so many people to thank. So many.
And Bill.
And Billy. Yeah.
And
amazing
Bill. And what's the name of Marvin Strong?
Yeah, you had Marvin.
I had Marvin. You know, to be honest with you, when my sister died, Marvin was the one that came beside and helped guide me through those difficult times. And you know, I applaud him for that. And you know, seeing how he worked with me, guess what, it rubbed off on me. So I'm starting to do these things now, you know. So okay, this is what Marvin, I'm trying to up the ante, so to speak, to if he said A, if he counseled me an A, I said I want to do one better, let's go to B. You know, there are several other teachers, I would say, that really impacted my life. You know, and as a matter of fact, you know what? They all did. They all did.
Mention Pastor Shannon.
And Pastor Shannon.
Pastor Shannon is amazing.
Pastor Shannon. We were in a class, or one or two classes together, Pastor Shannon and I. You know, and you know, then she became a part of the institution here, right? And it's like she was here forever. And
the smile,
yes,
the hugs that she gives when you walk in. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
And you know, she's one of our mentors. She's one of our mentors, because I remember the day when I went to her, and was it becoming a pastor when?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
And she took me in the back room there.
Oh yes.
You know, because I wasn't certain should I become a pastor or. So she put me in the back room there and gave it to me, and I said, oh my goodness, I don't want this lady to be my mentor again. You know, so because she really gave it to me, so you know, and I thank her for that. Yes.
And Jean is so sweet.
Jean is sweet.
Jean is sweet. She's gentle, she's warm, she's caring, she's sweet. They're amazing people here.
Yeah, some are here now, some were, you know, they're not here right, you know, at this institution anymore. So I you know, I thank God for these people who had impacted me and showed me, or showed us, you know, the path to how to lead our lives, how to speak to others, how to be, I think the greatest thing, servants.
Servant heart.
We had that servant hearthood in our lives because of what these people imparted, and the display that they showed in their, you know, in their teaching, how they talk, how they speak to people, and so on. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're a teacher or not. If you're a pastor or dean or anything like that, you can say all these things, but people watch what you do and how you talk to others and so forth. I think that's the key. Just like a child, they'll watch what the parents do. Doesn't matter what the parents say, but they'll watch what the parents do. And so with this institution, we watch what our parents, ABC, Alberta Bible College, did to others, and we grew from that. And we said, you know what, it's not what they say, but let's see what they do. And we see more of a servanthood with these people more than anything else.
We don't know. I wish we had an answer, but we don't know. Would essentially say it's where the Lord leads. Wherever He leads, we will go. And so we are like wide open for whatever the Lord, puts before us.
And our answer would be, yes, Lord. Take us where you want to take us.
Yeah.
Not where we want to go, right? But where you want us to go. And that's our bottom line. Yeah, where He leads us, we'll follow. Yes, I wish I would have thought of that, coming to Alberta Bible College years ago. To be honest with you, years ago. And, but everything has its time.
Yeah.
And I think when we came on the scene, that was the right time.
I would say so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't ask if we're not pushing it, because everywhere we go, we try and say, hey, why don't you try Alberta Bible College? We promote this school. And I think there's one from our church now that's attending. So we'll be promoting this school more than anything else, because we've been doing it for the last umpteen years. Try Alberta Bible College. If I go to another church to visit and so on, I'll tell them about Alberta Bible College, because I believe that it's not a big place, but there's something unique about Alberta Bible College. It has a closeness, a close-knit family.
Yeah.
It has these people that you can call your professor anytime, and they say, here's my number, you call. Now, have I ever done that? Oh, tons of times, right? And they said, hey, if you want to talk about something, give me a call. Now, where else can you find something like that, where the teacher said, if you want to give me a call, you can call and we can sit down and chat, we can go out for coffee and just sit and talk, because they'll find the time for us. And that is not a pastor, not a professor. They're just being servants. And I really love that about Alberta Bible College, because the teachers out here, they want us to be familiar with them, so to speak, right? They want us to what's the word I would be looking for? To engage with them.
Yeah.
Right? And not be afraid that they're there. My door is open. Come on in, and we'll sit and talk.